Let's talk about Stripe. Have you thought about whether there would be some mechanism where we could either tokenize your stocks or make it available to retail? I can present a couple of options to you. A menu of
This is my
options.
podcast.
I have a menu of options. One is obviously we can tokenize it directly. The other is you can put it in a diversified fund, a little bit less
There's
exciting.
kind of less price action, essentially.
Yeah, but price action would be sort of like obscured because there would be
Yes.
5 companies,
Yes.
let's say.
Yes. I think
You seem excited.
exactly. You can tell I'm incredibly excited. There's multiple things. One, again, we do not sell equity to the general public today, and I think our view, just as a practical legal matter, is that the SEC takes a dim view of that, and so that's one set of obstacles. But then the deeper one is just that Stripe's not a capital consumptive business. We're not out there raising many billions of dollars to build out presumably more data centers.
That million GPU data center, right?
Exactly. And so there are these highly capital intensive endeavors that as a result, it probably does make sense to go out and raise from kind of the deepest pools of capital. Stripe is not that. It is a pretty capital light business. And so the current set of owners, if you leave aside kind of early investors, are employees. And we kind of like that model. You know, we like the idea that it's owned by the set of people who are building it and creating the value. And then we've solved the employee liquidity question through tenders. And so I think it would be a solution looking for a problem, kind of.
But what the problem is, normal people can't get access to it, right? So what if the tenders, instead of being purchased by institutional venture capitalists, could be a little bit more democratized?
I'm never that sympathetic to that argument. The main reason is just, if you look at the underlying ownership, it's normal people through a different lens. And so who are the LPs in a company like Stripe? It's generally college endowments, it's CalPERS, it's pretty broad ownership underneath. And so it's not, when you're saying being owned in a diversified vehicle, that's essentially what Stripe is today, where the underlying owners that are not people who kind of work at the company or have worked at the company, it's generally funds, and those funds are generally people's money managed in some way. I mean, we also have a few kind of mutual fund owners or something like that. And so it actually strikes me as a pretty sensible ownership structure.